The tensions between Tibet and China go back decades. They've involved millions of people and they've involved deaths in the last few days. But it came down today to a very personal battle. On the one side, the Dalai Lama, the other side, the Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao. And he went out and very directly and personally said the violence was the direct fault of the Dalai Lama himself.
There
is ample fact, and we also have plenty of evidence proving that this incident was organized, premeditated, masterminded, and incited by the Dalai clique. This has all the more revealed that the consistent claims made by the Dalai clique that they pursue not independence but peaceful dialogue are nothing but lies.
Now, Wen Jiabao called the Dalai Lama a hypocrite and a liar. The Dalai Lama was stung by this sort of language. He's built a reputation over decades as an advocate for peaceful resolution of these disputes. He says he doesn't even seek independence from China. He issued this indignant response.
Even Chinese Prime Minister accused me all these things I started. Actually not. If Prime Minister come here and investigate thoroughly all our files, all record my speech, Prime Minister will know. Then Prime Minister knows how much distorted by local officials. If things become out of control, then my only option is complete resign.
Now, the device by Premier Wen Jiabao of China in putting it directly and personally onto the Dalai Lama puts a lot of pressure back onto Tibet's exiled spiritual leader. He has been forced once again to make it clear that he doesn't advocate violence, to the extent that he says he will step down as a leader in exile of the Tibetan people if there are more outbreaks of violence. His reputation as a man who has won a Nobel Peace Prize, who's won many other honors in his life, is now pretty much at stake. He's being very keen to determine that he is not blamed as an advocate for violence. And for the moment, if you say this was a points battle, Wen Jiabao won the points on the day, Christy.
In a way, this crisis has spawned a PR battle, pitting Beijing right up against the Dalai Lama. Who in the end will have the upper hand?
Well, very much it is a PR battle, and in the course of all of this, the Tibetan exile groupings have said that there have been more people dying. They've counted, they say, another 19 people who died just today. Now, of course, there's no way for us independently to verify this, and the Chinese authorities have said that they have not used any lethal force. But one thing remains. Wen Jiabao says that China has the capacity to ensure the stability and order of Tibet. He says China will not waver. He says any further protests will be futile. And at the moment, it would be hard to argue that he doesn't have a strong point. Tibet, in exile or anywhere else, is in a very weak political position. China holds most of the cards in this. People may not like China for it. They'll make up their own mind. But it's going to be very hard to shift China on where Tibet stands within China's overall territorial limits.